Welcome back to another Minetest mod review. And to start things off today, I'm just gonna, go ahead and swim down underwater here and make my peace with the watery grave. I know, it seems really ingenious to do it, doesn't it? Well, see, here's the thing. The Death Compass, which is the mod that we're looking at today, kind of requires, that you're dead in order for it to really show its usefulness at all. So, I suppose I could show you. I do have a Death Compass in my hand here. It looks like this little white blob kind of looking thing. You can craft one of these with 4 bones, or 4 bone blocks, and a Mies crystal fragment. You just throw the Mies crystal fragments in the middle and do the bone blocks around it as such. And that'll give you a Death Compass. And you just kind of hold that in your inventory as you peruse the earth, as you wander around looking for souls, and you will discover that after you die, the bone compass is saved in your inventory. Except now it has turned into a bony hand, which is kind of freaky, but it points towards where your bones are at. So the bones are now directly behind me. I want to see what happens if I stand on top of them. Alright, so I'm assuming the bones are straight down from here. Now, I think I'm going to hit stone. Probably, yeah. Alright. Oh, it's also... I didn't even realize it had that. So it gives the distance. In this case, it's vertical height. Now, it does do this, which is annoying. Unfortunately, that's just a thing. When an item changes in your hand, that it does that little animation. At some point, hopefully, modders will be able to stop that. But if you don't have it in your hand, you don't see it happening. Of course, you also don't see how far away the bones are and when you died. But that's alright. I don't really need that. Well, that's confusing. I got close enough and it just stops pointing to my watery grave. Alright, that's unexpected. I didn't think that was going to happen. Now, I don't know if... Okay, currently it's not. There is a configuration option you can set in the Bones mod, which will send a message with the coordinates where you died at. So you could, die and get a message saying your bones are waiting for you at these coordinates. But sometimes, especially for... What's a nice way of putting this? I guess I can just say younger players. Especially for younger players who maybe don't really, get the whole coordinate system, X, Y, Z, and the different directions you need to travel to make those numbers get bigger and smaller and what those numbers actually all mean. It can be a little confusing. You see a table of 3 sets of numbers, and you're like, well, I don't know how to get there. This makes it a lot easier because it just points in the direction you need to go. Additionally, if you are playing on some sort of device where you can't have the F5, yes, the debug information showing, for whatever reason, maybe your screen space just isn't enough and that takes up too much screen space, so you just have it shut off because you can't see what you're doing otherwise. Well, then this would be helpful as well because you can find your way back to your bones. Now, the mod itself also has configuration options, and it can be configured that upon dying, you get one of these. That's currently not how I'm using it, but it can be configured that way. So when you die, you just... Alright, I guess technically when you is it when you die or when you respawn? I'm gonna have to kill myself again to find out. YouTube, by the way, I'm not actually literally killing myself, so hold off with the dogs, okay? Yeah, let's see. Let's see when we actually get the bony compass. Does it happen upon death, or does it happen upon respawning? I should be able to see my hotbar here when I die. It's for the name. It's for the name of science. It's in the name of science. It's for science. Whatever that expression is when you do something that's just a completely terrible idea, but inquisitive minds must know the answers. Yeah. So basically, gonna let myself expire here. I should have found someplace with lava. It would have been faster. It's taking too long. Wow. Feels like this is taking longer than it took the other times, but I know it's not. It's going exactly as fast as... Okay, watch the hand. Okay, I am dead. My inventory goes completely blank. I hit respawn, and I have the bony finger pointing towards where I died. Which was someplace... Oh, right there, I can see my bones. Pointing straight at Zim. Alright, now I also want to pay close attention to see how close I can get to the bones before this stops pointing in the direction they're at. You know it's not a time-based thing, particularly, because the first set of bones was about 2 minutes from when I died to when I picked them up. And we got to about 12 meters. Alright, so we have 8 meters, 7 meters, still 7 meters, 6 meters, 5 meters. So it looks like when you get within about 5 meters of your bones, the death compass goes away. But now as you see, and I think this holds true. Wait, I'm not in creative, no. No, I'm not in creative, I just have give. Alright, so the death compass does persist, can be reused, is probably a better way of phrasing that. So as long as you have it in your inventory, you know, let's just make sure, again, in the name of science, let's be thorough and complete here. Okay, so maybe a default configuration is set that when you die, you just automatically get one. Although I should be getting extras then when I harvest my bones. I'm not really sure. We're gonna see. Alright, so just about dead and died. Let's respawn. Alright, so, yeah, right now the default configuration is to automatically get the bony finger compass, the death compass, when you die. I can still see my my old one that I tossed out over here, so I'm gonna pick this one up first before I go and pick up. You know, I'm feeling quite misled, honestly. Because I died right in there. So what is this pointing to? 27 meters. Where? Where does it think I died? What? No, I didn't. What? What? That's weird. I definitely did not die there. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't know why that was pointing that way. Alright, well, so... seeing as how you get one by default when you die, I guess the earlier stuff I demonstrated could be deemed to be misleading. However, from reading the README and the associated informations, and due to the fact that we do have a craft recipe to create it, we can 100% deduce, and we don't really have to deduce because, again, I read it, that if you do have one of these in your inventory when the option is turned off, so you don't just get one when you die, it does follow you over to the new life, to the next life, however you want to phrase that, to your reincarnated being, your reincarnated self, your respawned self, whatever. So, yeah, that still holds true. That's pretty much it. I don't think all of these are technically supposed to be showing in inventory, but I've been having some weird issues lately where, like, I have extra halves of beds showing in inventory. So that might just be something on my end. I'm not 100% sure. But that is going to wrap up the Death Compass mod review. All of the information for downloading and that good stuff will be on my website, which will be linked down in the video description. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week for another mod review, and I will see you then.